ADHD and addiction. Usually people talk about this, and the way they speak on it, it almost comes across as if having ADHD automatically means you will have an addictive personality, whatever the hell that is. And regardless of anything else, you're just destined to be an addict of some form. But what would you say if I told you that it's not the ADHD itself, rather it's a byproduct of the trauma that comes along with having ADHD? We know, we've talked so many times about this in the past, that having ADHD, especially when it's undiagnosed, has so much traumatic impact on our lives, and that impact really affects the way that we interact with our world. And because the main effect of trauma is often dysregulation, we latch onto addictive behaviours to somehow come back to a regulated state. That doesn't matter if it's drugs, alcohol, chocolate, social media, whatever it is. We're just trying to bring ourselves back to that sense of connection and that sort of grounding. And I want to add another layer onto this, that even though, yes, trauma may be a byproduct of ADHD, and addiction itself can be a byproduct of that trauma, don't let people sell you as being a victim, or that somehow that makes you less. Even though it's not what we necessarily want, addictive behaviours and addiction itself is actually, again, our body trying to look after us. It's trying to bring us back to a regulated state. It may not be the best way to do it, but again, it's our body trying to find some way to self-soothe. Recap, if you yourself are in addiction, of course you're going to want to find ways to deal with that and process that and move on from that. But don't take that as a sign that you're less, that it's some sort of deficit in you. Take it as a positive that you have this body and this innate will inside of you to bring yourself back to where you want to be. It's you looking after you. Take it as a strength. Don't take it as a weakness. Try and deal with it. Move on.